Mars, according to NASA, was once like the Earth with oceans. I take this a lot further in theory. I found a site called Cydonia, which is well known for its strange face monument and pyramid ruins. This is the perfect example of a star map presentation on the ground that is the most accurate of all of them.
Mars, according to latest scientists' claims, was once just like the Earth, with oceans. What they all avoid, like the plague, are the odd things found on this planet. A rover explorer found this interesting object. Wayne enhanced the image and added true color. When compared, this is what you get. The area called Cydonia is a correlation masterpiece with the stars. If Herschel's star map theory so far has you doubting, then spend some time with these images. To begin, he compares star sizes with anomaly sizes on a star program, with the time correlation best fitting around 17,250 years ago. Up close, the pyramid cluster is slightly more mathematically perfect in layout. There's even a trapezium. Even the tiny stars have counterparts. The so-called five-sided Diadem pyramid boasts the human cove. It aligns with the face monument, as if to say, we humans first evolved here at the Sol 2 solar system, then founded Sol 1, which is where they came from, to colonize our solar system.
This is how Wayne managed to render, arguably, the clearest version ever of the face on Mars. The entire structure is riddled in megalithic blocks. For licensing usage of this higher resolution image, see below. It is for use at a later date. By enhancing and sharpening an almost 14 megabyte high resolution JPL image from NASA, and adding the correct light and shadow from Viking's version, and correct color, he got a perfect 2 megabyte general usage 3D image. Here is its full symmetrical detail. Even identified are an eye, the hairline, and an impact-scarred mouth.
In case you missed the beginning of the video, look closely at the transition here. The Mars face was once complete. Face of the Messiah that is coming, that many religions have different names for, is going to arrive in 2027.
The Cydonia area on Mars is just a small part of the largest geoglyph ever found in our solar system. It is of a cosmic lion dragon. Just as the Sphinx partly represents this possibility with its Leo clue, it also carries Orion's belt on its lower back in correct orientation.
A narrative of a lion, acknowledging the human form pyramid by its nose, is a lot to consider. Over 12,000 years ago, before it became a dead planet, the lion geoglyph would have been green. Herschel found megalithic sites and illuminated manuscripts with an Orion and green lion depiction.
The Indus civilization of India have one very amazing artifact that really tells you a lot about their origins at Mohenjo-daro. A cosmic serpent lion, dragon, being ridden by an entity with a very, very unusual looking face, and he is holding the 3 stars in a row that he's teaching as Orion man to follow to find the 7, which is the Pleiades. And then the entity holding this cosmic serpent pretty much explaining like a title for the lion. But what makes it really special is the cosmic tree is tied in with what he is writing. This cosmic serpent dragon is part of the cosmic tree.
The cosmic lion is the cosmic dragon, which is also the cosmic serpent. 3 encoded traditions that valued the secret. The Indus civilization, like all the other sites worldwide, knew the omega symbol represents the Stargate.
It comes as no surprise that sci-fi films feature a face monument. An anomaly like this actually exists on Earth, as shown earlier on Jordan's border with Israel. Whilst studying the biblical Jacob's ladder texts, Jacob saw what he identified as none other than the missing face monument on Earth. It said it was at Sukkoth, which translates as the Pleiades. He checked on Google Earth, and this is what he found. The same square design, forehead mark, and odd hairline. It is on record as a mysterious Bronze Age built mound. This is where they excavated beneath the mouth area, and found the oldest usage of the word Elohim, where it is used, in plural, denoting many heavenly gods. What about the other great civilizations? Do the Inca and the Sumerians obsess in the same cosmic teachings? The answer is a resounding yes.
This is the area of Cydonia on Mars. There's the Mars face, the 5-sided pyramid, and the grouping of ruins which we call a cluster that we believe matches the Pleiades stars. Now what I've done here is I've taken a transparency simply by going over all the detail on this photograph and marking circles over all the anomalies, even the small ones, the Mars face. This area here, you'll see those little bits and pieces. Just have a relook at it again. That is what the transparency looks like. We have the Mars face targeted. That's the most important part. The other detail here we're going to see on the star map what is special about that position. So let's take this transparency, which you know is an exact match with Mars. We're going to look at the area of Taurus, and to find the Pleiades in the night sky, you go to Orion and follow the 3 belt stars through Taurus, and you find the Pleiades. It's a common astronomical little trick that the ancients knew very well about, and they've shown Orion also finding the way through to something special in Taurus. Let's zoom in now on the Pleiades. Here's our transparency now. We put the transparency over it, and you'll see why this theory is so exciting. It's actually an amazing duplicate of the stars. Well, the camera can pick it up clearly, but here is our Mars face area. All these stars fit by magnitude with basically the size of the anomalies. Even some of the other stars in contention here have anomalies matching. There's a grouping down here that seems to match that other grouping on Mars. But more importantly, let's see what star comes into the position of the target. Now we know that that target is directly in place, so take the transparency away. We'll now zoom in this area. So let's look at the target area. Under magnification, I'm going to lock in on this star and run back in time. Now we need to find what star is in this area as we go back into time. I'm going to run back in hundreds of years per second, starting now. Watch this small star. There it goes. Running back now, 1,000 years ago. That's 0 BC. Now we're going back to 3,000 years ago. It's over here. 4,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago. So it's 4, 5, 6,000 years ago. It's in that position. It's moved from there in the exact direction that we're anticipating. What's so important about this little star? This is our sun-like star that we're looking at, and it's 16 light years away, 15.74 to be exact. And this amount of time needed to get to exactly being in position is 17,000 years ago. In 17,000 years, it gets exactly into that position. That matches the Mars face. That is our conclusion. 17,000 years ago, that area on Mars was very, very important, and it seems to revere a sun-like star being a place of the gods, a place of humans colonizing this place on Mars. And this is more than likely in reverence of the colonization from that star.
Looking now at the full path of 3i Atlas, it came into our solar system along this ecliptic line. So we're looking at it from above. Reason it went past Mars. Why do you think it went past Mars? Well, my work shows the most important ancient civilization once lived on Mars. They left a pyramid layout plan of the Pleiades, the Mars face, the DNM five-sided pyramid. Let's look at that a bit closely. Okay, there's the five-sided pyramid based on Mars. Correlation with these anomalies are unbelievable. I'm going to put it over there just to show you. Go forward and backwards a few times. The correlations are mind-blowing. And of course then there's the human code that was left here that aligns with the face. There's a whole story being told you that I explained in my first book and in my videos. So that is the reason they're coming back to probably put probes there and redocument their ancestor origins. That would be something for themselves to document. Of course it moved on. This, I believe, is what is going to be the main reason for Jupiter. It's got a very large gravity. I believe it's going to slow down even more to get to the right speed to create the slingshot maneuver to come back. And all this is going to take at least a year because there's a very long path as it slows down. Now for the slingshot, it will probably correlate with 2027 anyway because of the time to do all this. And Earth will be on the other side of the sun again. I think it's important that these visitors stay like they stayed behind the sun for a large period of its time during this maneuver, the first closest point to our Earth. And now I think it's just going to be hiding behind the moon.
In the Indus story, I propose that this is a stargate that the entity is walking through, and pretty much showing that. So that's just one seal. Now, the one that I say is a star map in its full entirety is this Indus seal, and it shows a cosmic lion, the man on its back, cosmic tree, follow the three belt stars of Orion to the cluster of 7 dots, Pleiades, and we have the cosmic serpent being held here. And then there's a part of something like a cosmic serpent or tree plasma going to the chin. And I said it matches that which is on Mars, so we're going to compare that too, alright? That's what is on Mars. Looks like it's something I've just drawn there. We'll look at it closely shortly. But now, looking at the tree of life connection, it's kind of like following that this man is riding the tree of life on the cosmic line. Riding the cosmic lion. And see how it goes to his mouth? That's the cosmic wormhole, lion, dragon, serpent opening. And there's this little portion continuing. I think it's literally the same story continuing from the portal. And the place of destination is right there. That one that is to the left of the Pleiades. In other words, that one right there. And that's Sol 3 position. You can see how close it is to the Pleiades, right? That is where I think the Indus Valley is not looking after Sol 1, but is looking after Sol 3. Sol 3 is the one that they seem to highlight as important. Let's look further. That's basically showing that. Okay, Cydonia. This is the main area of that pyramid ruin area, the Mars face, DNM pyramid. And what I believe and what BC Shepherd discovered was a lion's face geoglyph. Now this is massive. That's 2 kilometers long there. That's quite a lot. I mean, that's probably closer towards about 15 kilometers long there. That's huge. Anyway, there's one eye, there's another eye, eyebrow, ear. And then of course the mouth is quite amazing, okay? and this part here with 3 large, strange shaped mountains. Look at the shape of the edges here. 3 on the back of what looks like a cosmic lion. So we're going to put that to the test. See if it looks like that. Remember, there's lots of esoteric manuscripts I cover in my documentary of this lion of stars, usually showing 7 within, Pleiades, and the sun by the mouth of the lion. And coincidentally, by the mouth, we have the D&M pyramid right here, looking like that, with a correlation. Orion's belt, there, follow Orion's belt to the Pleiades, and then you follow from the Pleiades to the sun-like star 1, which is Sol 1 is mostly common in I'd say 90% of them, but Sol 3, and particularly in this story today, we're looking at correlations with that one there. And would you believe that one is another face, very, very strange looking face, like the guy you saw on the back of the lion. Take that area of just the 3 large monuments. So we're going to turn this around now so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we're looking at that area, D&M pyramid, face, and the ruins. Get a better picture. This is from the Viking original that I've used in my book because it's got the best light and shadow, and that shows 3 dimensions. So we're going to be looking at this anomaly here. That's my correlation theory. 3 targets, 3 sun-like stars. The actual correlations, mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. All these little ones here, correlations. Look at these grouping down here, grouping down there. Look at the 3 on the top here. Oops, wrong way. 3 on the top there, and one that's damaged, and a big crater there where there's actually one missing. Okay, because there's two stars there. There's one missing right here. So there would have been another monument here, probably crater, showing it was taken out. Okay, so this is the general story. In my first book, 2003. I said that this is the place where humans have evolved from apes, okay? They set out with space travel to their nearest solar system that they were exploring. And this is the one that's been colonized in a very grand way. Perhaps it's more paradisial. And the people that colonized our solar system are shown to have come from this one mainly. But the story we're looking at today is more happening with this one here, this 3rd sun-like star. So we got the D&M 5-sided pyramid, as you see here, definitely 5 sides. The human form, a combination of the Da Vinci Vitruvian man and woman. But this is the other face. See that funny shaped face? It was actually coincidentally chosen for the Mars film with famous actors, and they made the Mars face, which is that one, look strangely like that one. So interesting that they chose that one. Now this is the one that I believe is colonized by the Indus, the Hindu, Cambodian, and Khmer Empire. Of course, the Cambodian area is just the general area, but it's the Khmer Empire. Let's take the stomach a little bit further now. So I'm showing now the stars that fit with it, and that's what it once probably looked like. It's an area right next to a big water body, perhaps an ocean. Washington, D.C. Look at the leg of the bull shape there. It's strange that the biggest buildings are in the positions of the 7 stars as well. Roswell and Arlington illuminated at night, and you follow the leg shape to Washington Monument, coincident. Right sort of positioning, same size, distance, same ratio. And then the Pentagon right down here with a piece that comes out of it, which in my opinion is the north pointer. This is the north direction on Google Earth. Now, is it a coincidence? Look carefully at that. On Mars, we have a 5-sided pyramid that shows the way to the face, but it also has this little north-pointing piece, which is also coincidentally pointing north on Mars to show that it is a map. Human origins from the exit marks the spot. There's the leg of the bull shape with those pyramid mound monuments. But there's a better correlation here than just the leg of the bull. And you can see it there. Well, the first Mayan ancient civilizations seem to build it with their most important temple here with a face monument inside it. Coincidence? With those stars. There's the leg of the bull made by the Pleiades. This is all the leg of the bull proof that it's not a coincidence, that it's showing the way to the ancestor star and an exoplanet that goes with it.
An accurate pyramid star map, supporting Herschel's theory, is at the site of Tikal. Here the X marks the spot monument, has a very familiar square sun god face, with forehead marker hidden beneath it. Compare the correlations of the oldest of these pyramids, with the stars. We ignore the later pyramids built there in pairs. They're based on a seasonal belief system. Before we look at the next set of pyramid ruins, let's commit to memory this face structure seen with 7 pyramids.
With the earlier Sumerian clay tablets' precise version of the cosmic human origin star map, and how it matched the template at Stonehenge, would come the mindset that had Herschel set out to search the Atlantic Ocean seabed. It would be this clue that would culminate in this documentary's biggest revelation.
As the world was counting down to 2012, I was watching Google Earth, looking for ruins, refreshed my page, and I saw that. I recognized that curvature from somewhere. This could be a computer code. I think it's first contact. The ancients are returning. I've published a book, Herschel's Atlantis, and there's a 2-hour documentary you'll see at the end of the video. These are my 3 books. I'm trying to promote Saving Forests, $19 for all 3, 1 delivery. I am now making something very special available to all my patrons. All my patrons who join the quest will be in contact with me directly from that day forward to 2027. Not just that, all my patrons who pass the 2,000K mark, or activists, or are going to be the people bringing this quest forward after 2027, they will also be given the keys to the vault, this extra secret knowledge, and they will have copies of it for all my work to be brought forward. Even if computer systems go down, they will be repaired one day. They will reactivate that work and prove all the work that I've done over 20 years. They'll also be invited to be present at a last-minute secret meeting point at First Contact. My patrons, who are all at the top of the group that I've defined here, will be with me on that day at a special location to view this solar eclipse.